Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show.
Hello.
Good evening and welcome back
Welcome.
to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. We've been off for a week.
And a half.
Week and a half.
Yeah, we did a Friday before we left, and then
We
that
did.
was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us back here. I know it's been a little bit of time off, but I don't think we've taken a whole week off of like recording in 3 years, 3.5 years, practically,
Nope.
or nearly 3.5 years. We've
was
been doing
nice.
this since what's that say? March 24th,
2020.
and we've always done a show from somewhere. But
Right.
this time we traveled with some friends, and it was nice to
We didn't take any equipment.
didn't take
It's
any
a lot
gear.
to take equipment.
Yeah, we didn't take any gear. We literally just enjoyed our time, and
nice.
it was awesome. So, cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Welcome back to The Bar is Open. We'll have Castro Files coming out this weekend as well. Kind of back to everything as usual. Drink.
I know. Didn't have my YouTube.
Tasty,
stuff up yet.
tasty. There's so much shit has happened this week, and last week, that while we were gone. You're good.
It was really good.
Awesome.
Excuse me.
Flying snakes, otters, and great white. That's just start,
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy. The animal
On top
world
of
is
that,
crazy.
On top of that, I've got an insane sex toy horror
I
story.
saw that, and I was like, I can't
I've
wait
got
to hear what
master
this is.
dating.
Master dating?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some stories to get into. So, but first and foremost, go out and check us out on The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Go out, like, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind.
Jace.
That would be awesome. Do that. Check us out.
Oh.
What's you all right over there?
I looked.
I started like swirling your head around. I thought you were having
look
a
like the
fucking
cat.
stroke or seizure, one or the other. There's only two options when that starts happening.
I was just letting my inner feline out because the cat does that when you walk up to her and you start to put your hand. He's like,
Yeah.
where are you going with that? Yeah,
What's
these were a little
happening?
smudgy. They were a little smudgy that I did
Those are
notice
Beth's
until.
new glasses she
till,
got right before we left.
No, I've had them for a while.
Have you?
Yeah, like a month.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
I got them before I went to Santa Fe.
Oh, cool.
Santa Fe was the 17th. So yeah, almost a month, not quite. but
Almost a month.
Almost.
Awesome. You can also check out all the audio stuff. All of our podcasts are out on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the good places you can find podcasts.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
So we drop them out there a couple times a week. And do that. We'll drop, like I said, we'll drop a new Castro Files coming out.
You
Pretty.
trimmed your beard. I like it.
You like it?
When did you do that? Last night?
2 nights ago.
2
I had
nights
to go
ago?
to the office for the first time.
Yeah. Well, we haven't sat down
In 10
like
days.
this in a while.
You haven't noticed? You didn't
I
notice?
knew you got your hair cut, but I hadn't really looked at your face because we've been so busy getting back into the group of
Oh,
things.
shit. I mean, that's life, right? It happens.
I mean,
so.
all you see on me is hair, really. Let's not act like you see my face. You see
Okay.
a head of hair walking by.
Exactly. So we're getting a pool put into our backyard.
Yes.
And I very much feel like we're getting the Ross Patterson treatment.
Why?
So,
Let's explain. It's an above ground pool.
above ground pool. We're not doing the fancy pools.
No,
we're
we're
just
not
doing the
spending
above ground pool.
$80,000. Nope. Nope. Nope.
It's also it would be nearly impossible to put in an in-ground pool in our house,
Why?
at our house. Simply because,
The fence?
well, number one, it'd be like $80,000.
Yes.
Number two, we've
Not
got
financing a
we've
pool.
got horse fencing all around our house.
Mhm.
We have shared fencing. We have very narrow little alleys down the sides of our house, right?
Oh, yes.
Just by virtue of like the way they
Regular
position their
houses,
house
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Most houses are like that, though, shared fencing on sides.
Yeah, that makes sense,
In
but
Colorado, it was all 3 that were shared.
oftentimes you have like a 6-foot offset on one side,
Yeah.
and we don't, right? So
Yeah.
I keep saying so. I need to stop saying so.
So stop saying so.
I'm going to right now. I've been trying to get. We have the installer. They come in, they level the
Contractor,
ground.
right.
The contractor comes in, levels the ground.
Yep.
Puts the sand down or whatever it is to put your above ground
Right,
pool
levels
on top.
it.
Levels it to put your above ground pool on it. We've got a very level backyard.
For the most part.
They want to put a 6-foot skid steer in my backyard.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like one of those tractors. It's like got the bucket thing that they
Okay.
can level shit out with.
Okay.
Right. But it's a tractor. And I was like, no, we can't do that. Again, because, well, I've got a 3-foot fucking gate you can get through, and that's it. So he goes, okay, well, we can do it with this little thing called the dingo. It's like a
Dingo ate my
smaller
baby.
version. A dingo ate my baby. It's a
Yeah.
smaller version of that. Then, all right, we can do that. But we have to take down part of our front gate fence
Right.
area to do that. So I texted him just a little while ago.
Okay.
I said, hi, Manny. It's Greg. I checked locally from the price of it, $300. And if you know me, I'm nothing but like very analytical about everything.
Right. You
I
investigate.
mean, you get on my ass and be like, go check it out. So I do my due diligence.
Right.
Right. I said, does that sound about right? He said, yes. I said, also, do you take the gate down and put it back up?
Okay.
Text me back, which means he's going to have to cut the gate out. Cut the whole gate out. Because there's no way that you're going to get a 46-inch piece
Okay,
of equipment.
Keep going.
That's out of my scope of work. If you can get somebody else to take down that fence, it would be it would truly help a lot. And I'm
Who-
like,
Do you get to take down a fence? A fence guy?
I'm not hiring a fucking fence guy.
Because they're going to just want to come in and be like, oh, we're going to have to replace the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm not hiring a fucking fence guy. This sounds like this is absolutely first world problem things.
What do you do? Take out the nails and remove it ourselves and
I
put the
can't.
nails back in?
It's all fucking cemented into the ground right next to our foundation. What do we do?
I don't know.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Like, how hard is it to put in an above ground fucking pool, bro? Like, wheelbarrow shit in there. You need to put sand or whatever you need to do. It's an above ground pool. Comes in a kit, which is why we bought it.
Right. So what's going to happen?
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Well, you better get a fucking
That's why we're
answer.
talking about this right now.
No, you better get an answer, not from me, because I don't know any more than you know.
So do we say, fuck you, or not? I'm just going to go buy one of those inflatable ones at
I mean,
at
you need to call the
Walmart?
pool people and be like, listen, this is requiring way more than anybody told us was going to need to be necessary. Like, we're going to have to tear down part of our fence. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. What do you do?
Hashtag wah.
What do you do at this point?
Get our money back, our deposit back, and be like, sorry. I don't know. Summer's almost over.
No, but dude, it's 106 in Texas.
109
or
is what my
whatever.
car said.
Yeah. So no, the summer's gonna last for a little while.
I mean, I want to pull, but to
Do you wanna
what?
To an extent.
Yes.
That's my fucking problem. Is like, to what extent do I need a pool?
I mean, I can just go buy $100 pool at Walmart.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'd buy a $900 pool at Walmart.
No, buy a $100 pool every year for the next 12 summers and we're fine.
Well, no, I could buy it literally for the price of it. They're not that expensive.
They're
I
not.
mean, 10
That's what I'm
grand,
saying.
whatever.
12. Yeah.
12 grand, whatever.
12.50.
1280 for the next 10 years.
And so I'm saying we could buy a $100 pool every summer, let Mick rip the shit out of it and be like, okay.
That would only be $1,200. I could buy one every month at that point.
No, we wouldn't want a pool during the winter. So that's why I'm saying every summer you just go and get a new pool.
Every month.
No. Every
You know,
summer you get
you said
one pool.
$100.
$100 pool for the summer.
It wouldn't last.
So you do that every summer. It lasts until it lasts, and then the pool's done for the summer. And then next summer you get another pool.
You're not getting the math part.
Yeah, I am. It's 12. Oh wait, 12,000, not 1,200. So I could do it for the next.
37 years.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna want a pool in 37 years.
That's all good. No, that's just us complaining because, again, it comes down to like, motherfucker, like, you took pictures of everything.
Yeah, nobody said there was a problem until we started
Nobody
saying,
said you
"Hey, is
needed,
there a
like,
problem?"
Yeah, until we're like, hey, wait a
6
minute.
feet. We ain't got 6 feet.
There's nowhere,
Like
like,
the motherfucker
the old dude that showed up here to do all the
He was-
stuff.
ready to sell it. I don't know. Okay. Anyways,
All right,
I guess
so
we'll have to figure
Enough of the
it out.
bitchy. Happy birthday to my nephew Christian.
Yay,
Gotta say
happy
happy
birthday.
birthday to Christian. He's gonna be the same. He's 20 years 3 days short of to the day of my birthday.
He's only 27.
So he'll be 27. He looks a lot older.
No, he doesn't. They
Yeah,
don't look
he's
old
bald
enough.
as shit. He's older than me.
Yeah, but he looks younger than you.
Well, yeah, because he's got that baby face.
That baby
thing
face.
going.
Yeah.
Still got baby fat. I'm like,
27. Wow. That was such a long time ago.
I know. He was nice
Where
little
was I in
kid.
27? Still on my mulligan
I
marriage.
know. I almost pulled his arm. I was pulling him out of traffic one time, and I almost ripped his arm out of socket. So my brother was like, "Be careful of his arm." I was like, "Or the car." I'm like, one or
What
the
do
other.
you want?
Yeah.
And then it's also Crystal's
Crystal.
birthday.
Yep. Crystal Kruzinga, who's been on the show a couple times. So happy birthday to
I love her
Crystal.
last name. It's like Krazinga.
Kruzinga.
Yeah,
Colorado recap. Real quick.
So nice. I was just talking.
It's currently 66 degrees.
I
or it
was just
like as
talking
of
when
an
we were
hour
in the
ago.
garage talking to Travis, who went on the trip with us. I was like, this time last week, I was in 65-degree weather,
Yep.
making homemade spaghetti bolognese, preparing to go see a scary ass movie in the theater we rented. And now
It's a billion degrees.
it's a billion degrees. I have still another 200 emails to get through before the end of the week. Somebody today said, "Did you see that email?" I was like, "Oh, I saw it, but it doesn't mean I read it because it wasn't important at
I
the
was
time."
scrolling through to see how many meetings I was invited to that I didn't agree to.
The other one too is I get like some spam.
Yeah.
Like I get what's the one for business, the social media one for LinkedIn? Oh my
yeah.
gosh, so many LinkedIn pieces.
Invites.
Yeah, well, just somebody is looking at you. Okay,
fuck.
creeper. You're impressing somebody, and I'm like, I don't
Even do
care. I'm not looking for anybody
Yeah.
to be impressed. I just need this week to finish so I
Yeah.
can have a weekend.
It was dope as shit. What's up, Davey? How
was.
you doing?
Hey,
Do you
Davey.
guys know anyone in Tennessee who specializes in homeowner insurance?
I mean,
Like the company we work for, perhaps? Maybe?
yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Text me offline.
But
But
it
no,
was-
we went.
It rained the first 2
It
days.
was
we were
cold
there,
fucking rain. We got caught out without our jackets
and we got
on.
it rained on the Saturday before we went out. I
Yeah.
mean, it was like
Absolutely.
nice weather.
It was nice.
It was warm enough to be outside and yet still cool
It was
enough to
62.
get in the
I
hot
took a
tub.
video of being at the
Get in the
at the
hot tub,
pool.
yeah.
62 is 3.
Here's the crazy thing: the sun is so wicked intense, dude. Like people were actually laying out in 62-degree weather, and I was like, "Oh, you're only in sunburn."
It was nice. We got back here, and it was
98 when we
yeah.
landed, or something like that.
But there's a lot of cool things. If you ever get a chance to go up through Breckenridge or
Yeah.
just through the Rocky Mountains, absolutely do it.
Gorgeous.
You have to.
What
do
was the highest point we drove over on the way home?
11,900 feet. It was the
Leadville? No,
nope. You just messed my brain up.
I messed your brain up.
Leadville's another area. It's the what the hell's the name of the pass?
High as Hell Pass.
It's it's the highest drivable pass in Colorado. It's just off of the I-70, which is where they built the tunnels for, so you didn't have to go
Because
over
the path is
Loveland.
hard.
Loveland Pass.
The path can be kind of hard, and
The pass in
icy
winter would
snow.
be bad. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was talking to Janet about that at work. She's like, "Yeah, you don't want to take that over."
so it was a gorgeous drive. However, I was in the back seat. I'm not good in the back seat. I was so nauseous.
We were all in the
whole
back
day.
seat.
I mean, between that and the flight, I was
Yeah.
like, I need to close my eyes for a little while.
Yeah.
But it was
good.
great. Good food.
Amazing.
Good food. Great,
Yeah.
great memories.
Clean air.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So blue. The sky was so blue.
Yeah, the bluest skies you've ever seen. If you get a
And the
chance to
biggest
go up there.
cumulus clouds that cumulus clouds that I've seen in ages. They were
Yep.
so pretty. But so yeah, it was great.
It was
Vacations are great.
And then the other cool things were like the girls. So
They had never flown
neighbors,
before.
girls had never flown. The little kids had never
Yeah.
flown before.
They never
We did a
zip
zip line.
before.
We did a bunch
Yeah.
of like first, hike.
They
We
got
went
me to watch a
Isaac,
scary movie.
Isaac, the big ass troll.
Igor. No, was it Isaac?
It was Isaac.
I-Z-A-K?
Isaac.
Okay. He was.
Yeah.
I need to send you all my pictures.
Go
still in
check
that
him
link.
out. Yeah, he's rad
Um,
as shit. And by the way, you said, or you mentioned that they were putting another one
Yes.
out there. It's already out there. I can't remember her name.
in Denver, right?
Nope, it's out south of there.
Okay.
And she's in an interesting pose.
The she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
she's
we
like
were
on her
laughing.
hands and knees,
Oh.
or elbows and knees, like tending to the rocks in the garden.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We also thought that the what is he called?
Isaac, the
Isaac was in
troll.
the troll was in a,
Very
because like when it was just two
suggestive
of us,
pose.
I loved Celine was like, it was like he was giving birth to you.
Basically makes you, he's so big and you're like stand between his legs. You look like his dick.
Yes. It
Yeah.
was kind of funny, but
Or-
it's a really cool experience.
Yeah.
The fun part was that Greg got us lost again. So we have a new Golden Gate Bridge story, not nearly as long of a hike in the wrong direction, but we did hike up a hill we didn't need to hike up to. It was gorgeous though. It really was.
You never
pretty.
would have seen that otherwise.
And I think it helped get us back, like, because it was
a little acclimated,
because your body was like,
acclimatized rather.
my body was like, oh, I didn't die from that. All right, maybe I can breathe. I didn't sleep with my CPAP machine once because I felt like I was suffocating the whole time. Plus, the oxygen is so scarce. The machine was humming as it was trying to pull air into it. I was like, yeah, screw this.
It happens.
I'm
It was awesome.
not going to take it when we go in March.
Go to Colorado. Just do a trip through. I know Davey's been there. He gave us that. I can't remember which one it was.
The Breckenridge right there, isn't it?
No, it had the silver cup on it.
Oh,
It
yes,
was a
yes,
silver
yes.
thorn or something like that.
I don't know.
Out of
We got
Colorado.
some new whiskey though.
We'll do a whiskey review on Friday.
From the whiskey we got while we were
from
there.
the Breckenridge Distillery, which we
Um,
have done, and we have a bottle of that
No, we finished
right
it.
here.
Oh,
That's that one right there.
I don't remember that one.
It's been a while,
Well, and
but we got a brand new.
yeah.
batch,
And the
so
cool
we'll
thing
do that.
about it is, and we'll talk about it more, it literally came out the day
We were there.
we were there.
Strand of hands.
So-
Thank you. Yep.
so,
Strand of
yeah.
hands. Yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
All right. Lastly, prayers for Hawaii, man. That place is burning
Man.
the fuck down. The video and everything coming out of there looks just like a stateside kind of burn, like wildfire. It's
That's sad.
insane. So yeah, go out there. If you there's Red Cross, anything you can do for those, the folks over there, they're gonna need it all.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's just wild. All right, on with the show.
On with the show.
On with the show. A woman. So you have your clicker over there.
Yeah,
Whenever
are you
need
gonna,
it.
because we both had this
I've
story.
got-
So
yep,
are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
do
talk to
this first one.
it? Okay.
This lady.
I'll throw in some comments.
Color commentary.
Yeah.
Texas woman.
Oh, good gravy.
Peggy Jones details horrific injuries from snake and hawk attack as she was mowing her lawn. Texas woman was left with brutal injuries after she was viciously attacked by both a snake and a hawk while mowing a lawn. What the fuck? Peggy Jones told Click to Houston she'd been on her tractor mower when the snake fell out of the sky and landed on her at her home in Silsby. As it began to tighten around her arm, the hawk then swooped down and began clawing at the defenseless Jones in an effort to grab its prey. The snake was squeezing so hard, I was waving my arms in the air, she told the outlet. Then this hawk was swooping down, clawing at my arm over and over again. I just kept saying, "Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jesus!" And that's it. That's all the story I got.
So
But this
here's
is
the
the
thing.
lady.
She was like, I was slinging and slinging, and the snake was striking and striking. So not only
She was
she
getting
got
bit.
bit by the snake.
What kind of snake was it? Do you know?
They don't say. I'm assuming it
wasn't
wasn't
a rattle.
poisonous
Yeah,
because
rattle.
so she she's trying to fling it off her arm, which I'm sure is just making the hawk
If
even
she's driving
crazier.
a tractor,
Here's the thing: her husband was inside watching TV. Why the hell wasn't he mowing the lawn?
she was probably out there drinking. No, because like most other folks, it was a riding lawnmower. It's not like-
Still,
maybe she enjoyed doing it. Maybe she was drawing dicks in the grass. You
so
never know.
she said, as the snake and the hawk fought one another, Jones was on the receiving end of both animal blows. The bird repeatedly drove its talon into her form, where the snake kept striking and coiling itself tightly around her arm. So it was not for the life of her going to let her go. Her arm got pretty jacked up.
Yeah.
I was trying to see. I think there was a picture in one of the articles, but yeah, she's got it wrapped up now. But it was
That's what I just shared. Yeah.
Did you share the picture?
Of it being wrapped up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was one I saw with it not wrapped up, but I can't find it. But yeah, it wasn't. I mean,
come
wasn't
on.
pretty. It wasn't.
Like, what
pretty.
are the odds of a
Nope.
of a
So the snake already had the
hawk
had the
flying
snake,
over,
dropped it like it was wiggly wiggly,
lands directly on your
her.
ass while you're mowing the lawn?
Yeah, I mean, that's
I saw this
once in a
I
million.
saw this pop up when we were on vacation, and somebody was outside, like she had like a big ass brimmed hat on. She had like this big like reflective heavy like almost like a firefighter jacket on.
Yeah,
pretending to mow her lawn. She's like, I'm ready to mow my lawn. And she's got
some lady was making fun.
Yeah. It was
She's waiting for it to rain snakes.
Dude, and that was exactly it. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I had to go out and
check it out.
Do some research on it.
Yeah, I heard about this and I was like, oh, this is good. This never happens. You want to know what else never happens?
What?
Otter attacks.
Yeah, where do you get attacked by an otter? This isn't the seal one that was on the surfboards.
No, this is
because remember the seal one happened a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
This
so
point.
Not the seal. That one's an otter too,
remember,
but that's a sea otter. This is a what do they call it? August 4th, Jen Royce tells the story of how she and two friends were attacked by a wild otter while inner tubing on the Jefferson River.
Where's that at?
I can look Montana.
Okay.
She and her three friends were just flowing down the river, minding their own business. When all of a sudden they were attacked. She says, let's see. They were in the wide stretch of the river at the time, and they were not trying to get close to the otter. We didn't even know the otter or otters were there until we were attacked.
And that bitch ran over and
oh my gosh, wait till I show you pictures, dude. It fucked her up. I mean,
she ought to stay away from them. That's what Womb said. Cheers.
That was so bad it was good. It's unclear how many otters were involved. Royce writes further down in her post that the otters attacked us, but then repeatedly refers to the attacking otter as it. Well, there were many, but there was one that particularly went after her.
Ballistic. Okay.
Let's see.
They have to like put those fuckers down.
Well, I don't know. How do you get to tell which otter it was? It's not gonna be like it was me.
Take the family out.
It says Fish and Wildlife Park clarified in press release that multiple otters were observed, but that only one attacked the group. I don't know if that's right either, but Royce describes the one otter that attacked her as vicious and relentless.
Maybe it's rabid.
That's what I was wondering too, because it said so. It bit my face in several places, bit both of my ears.
She was
my arms, my hands, my legs, my thighs, both my ankles. My friends were bit on their hands and on their bottoms because I guess it was swimming up under the inner tube. Here's the other thing too. So in the attack, it popped all of their inner tubes. So not only are they being attacked, but they're floating in a river with nothing to keep them buoyant. Yeah. So they did say that they scattered. Eventually they were able
note self, bring like a knife with
something.
You when you're gonna float.
They were able to they got out of the river, but they got out on opposite sides. And so they just nobody wanted to go back in the water to get to the other side, obviously. So they just
waited.
It doesn't say how they got, but 911 got there. One woman was able to call 911 and they were rescued by first responders roughly an hour later. While she waited, she thought there was a real chance she might never get off the river because she was bleeding so badly. She said, I was covered in blood and it just kept pouring out from my face and nose. It was cold. We were wet. It was dark. And all we could do was scream and call out to one another. So yeah,
show us some pictures.
I will, but hold on.
Oh, we got more.
They all made it out that night. She was the one that had the most severe injuries of the three. And she was life flighted by helicopter to the hospital in Bozeman.
Greg said I've met a mean beaver or two in my time. Greg Hawkins, California.
G-Hawk?
Yeah.
The hospital, Royce received rabies vaccination and had the wounds on her face flushed with saline. Doctors stitched up her ankles, leg, arms, hands, and fingers. She also had surgery on her face and ears.
Jesus.
She was, she goes, I have more stitches in my body than I can count. Besides my face, I have a puncture wound in my left ankle.
What happened to the beer?
I mean,
there was a beer
sunk
tube
to the bottom. Let me show you pictures.
All right.
Is this set up for me?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, geez.
It was.
Popped out. That's what she said. All right. So let's
see the picture.
So this is what they were showing initially before she came out on social media and posted her own pictures. So can you see that?
Yep.
Let's see.
It's
So
up.
this was what
It's
the
up on
news
screen.
was showing because they didn't want to show any of the gruesomeness. But
Because her
here's
face got jacked up.
here's what she
Oh my
posted.
God
Here's what she
damn.
posted on social media.
Holy fuck. She got jacked
She
up.
got jacked up.
Whoa.
Hold on, there's more. Look at her ear. It took off part of her ear. They were able to sew on the parts that were still attached.
Dear God, it like chewed her
Yes.
ears.
Look at her hand.
Like, fuck the hand. Like your hand, you can get injured.
I think that was it.
Dear
So
Lord.
she got jacked, dude.
She got
I don't know why it liked
Holyfield.
her so much. I'm wondering if it was rabid.
I wonder if she
that seems
smacked
like-
at it
I
or
think
something.
that seems
Like she was the first one and was like, get away.
maybe.
Good Lord.
Then I was like, maybe she had babies around. Maybe it was a female otter and she had
It
babies
ain't a
around.
fucking bear. You're just floating down
I
a
don't
river.
know, but
Maybe she saw it as her as a snack.
yeah,
Was she
well,
pretty before that
they-
happened?
I don't know. They don't have a before and after. She's gonna probably need some plastic surgery for
Whoa.
sure. That
Dear
otter,
God.
I know. Like you don't think about it when you look at
I
them in
would go back
SeaWorld,
there and hunt that motherfucker
when you
and
look
make
at
it.
him, how are
I'd
you
be
gonna know which one it was?
I would take out its entire family. Cat-
There's
Cat's
Pat.
back.
But I was like, when you go to SeaWorld, you're like, they're so cute. They're like on their belly with their
Mhm.
babies,
Until
or they're
it
like rubbing,
chews your
eating
fucking
their.
Ear off.
And now you can see what they do, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever feel the same
Absolutely
about
got
them.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, she got. I mean,
Evander
she's gonna
Holyfield's
need
ear was
therapy.
like that. Nah.
She's going to need therapy because when she closes her eyes every night, she's going to be attacked again by a damn beaver in her sleep every night.
An otter, honey.
She's got a PTSD for
An
sure.
otter,
Oh,
not
an
a
otter. Yes,
beaver.
not a beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver's the wrong.
Yeah.
Beaver's the commercial. Have you seen that commercial where they're whitewater rafting and they fall out and they
I
run
think I've seen
into
that
a
one.
beaver dam? And they look and it's like 50 beavers and he's like, swim, 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 swim.
I haven't
It's a
seen that one.
Hilton commercial. It's really funny. They're all like,
So we're starting off the show with a bunch of attacks. What's your great white
so
shark attacks?
And there's a video.
I mean-
you can barely. It's from a very far away, but I'll play the video. And
Okay,
see if
is
you
it
guys
biting
can.
somebody and eating
So,
them?
on August 1st,
Just the other day.
see,
So last week.
24-year-old Australian surfer
Last-
had to put his dukes up recently when a great white shark attacked him roughly 100 yards from shore.
Okay.
Jack Frost, who was surfing alone that day, thwarted the attack.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost by punching the shark in the head and gills. The surf camera on the beach captured faraway footage. I did watch it. I
It's
kind of
like
have a hard
surf line.
time.
Yeah, it's probably like
it is
surf line.
totally just so
Okay.
they can see.
Yeah, watch the
um,
waves. Yeah.
He said that where
He
is it?
goes up. What's up, dude? How you doing?
So they maintained, like you said, a number of them to give surfers a real-time view of current
yeah,
conditions.
like
He
living on
explained
the
he was
West
sitting
Coast.
on his surfboard waiting for a wave when something surged from below and smacked him, binding down on his board and his leg.
Ooh.
And this is why I don't surf anymore.
Yeah.
The collision knocked Frost into the water, and one of the shark's pectoral fins hit him in the groin as it gripped the fiberglass board in his jaw, and that's when he decided to fight back. He said, I just
Fight
figured.
back.
Yeah, he goes,
Nooner
I just
Nation.
figured I'm not going to roll over for it. So I moved onto its back and started punching its head a few times. Didn't really do anything. It
It's a
didn't even
shark.
flinch, explains Frost. But then I started punching it the side of towards its gill, and I must have gotten one punch in where it sensitive, which the gills are where they tell you to go for if you're ever being attacked by
It's
a shark.
a fucking great white.
I know, but they tell you if you can get to the gills and the eyes to do it. But it said it must have been a sensor because it just shot down into the depths and disappeared. So here's the crazy thing, right? So he's 100 yards out. His board is
Already washed.
defunct,
Well,
right?
yeah,
and
it's broken.
gone. So he was like, now I have to swim.
He's bait.
And he just decided
And
he
he's
was going to do
bleeding.
it without looking at his leg to see how bad it
Yeah,
was.
you would. Yeah.
So he said, I knew I got really tired. My heart was going to run quicker. And if I didn't get, this is brilliant because I could never be this calm. He goes, and if I had a good cut, I was probably going to lose a lot of blood, calling in more sharks.
Mhm.
So I was trying to keep myself pretty calm, but also head down, arse up. So he had the wherewithal to be like, okay,
keep an eye
don't
under the water.
overexert.
Yeah, and just go.
Keep your leg, elevated to try to stop some of the
You
bleeding.
can't keep your leg out of the water.
I mean, a
unless
little
it's-
bit.
Unless this is like calf.
So He said he paddled back to shore. He said that was mostly a
Oh, he
burp.
did find his board. Okay, he was still attached.
No, he paddled himself back to
He
shore.
was still on his board.
When he finally got there, he was helped by an off-duty nurse and several other people who he called absolute legends. This is the weird part. The nurse took the leash off his board
Wrapped
and made
around
a
his leg.
basic tourniquet to stop the bleeding. And when he told them he couldn't afford an ambulance, they drove him to hospital themselves. What?
Where the fuck was this?
Australia.
Yeah.
I'm like, couldn't afford an ambulance. You got bit by a shark, damn it.
You're going to die
Yeah.
or you can't afford a fucking ambulance.
You don't want to
you
go into
retard.
debt so that you don't lose your life. But so yeah, let me play the video.
All right.
Let's
Let's
see
see
if
this.
you can see where he is. I think I have an idea. And it's not a long, so I may have to play it a couple times. It's not a long video.
Okay. We'll see.
Let's see. Get rid of that. Open that. Open that.
Let's
Okay.
see.
So,
21?
Yep.
On. Okay.
So I think that's him, like right in the middle.
Oh yeah, that's him just to the left side over like the third set. Just saw him come up. He's on like the left.
And then he
So you see
is
the waves curling.
yeah.
He's about 2 sets.
He's
this
over there.
side
You
of
can
it.
see him, and then you can't really.
See where that bird just flew over?
Yeah, he was right. He was. So yeah,
reset it.
yeah. Hold on.
Let's see if it'll let you.
Hold on. It will. I just have to click on it again.
Yeah, he was about 3. He was paddling out to the bigger waves. So I mean, but you didn't see it. Wasn't you couldn't see the attack, right?
No, you can
You
just
could
see
where
him.
he was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they just haven't released. So he's on the left side.
I
maybe a
swear he's in the
third
middle.
over. He's over about a third over.
Where
I
do
saw
you
his
see
little
him?
body. Can you see on my look up there? See where that is?
Yeah.
He's about a third over.
Okay. I
So,
can't see him.
nonetheless-
But they did, so there's footage. So yeah, I just thought, well, the animals went crazy this weekend.
They fucking did. Well, you know
Between
what?
the snake, the hawk, the otter, and the shark.
None of them died though.
No.
That's always good.
I mean, a couple of them
Fuck.
got really jacked up. One more
Who
than
was
the
it?
other.
What's up? Who was it that said? Woom said, evidently in SoCal, if you're swimming in the ocean 97% of the time, you're near a juvenile great white.
No shit.
And I would agree with that because I've been very, very close to them.
Well, literally, that is, I'm not lying to you. When Shark Week ruined surfing, I will never surf again.
Stop it.
I'm never surfing again. Seriously,
It's like Doheny and it's like 6 feet deep and there's a bunch of fucking other people.
Okay, so
around.
they're like shark tanks are far and few between. Well, not lately.
Stop. They're gonna get
Saudi
all the
Arabia, they had those.
They'll
six
get all those
attacks,
other Mexicans
Florida.
floating around in the water before
Well, that's
you.
why the only when I
I
started to
don't
get
mean
afraid.
that.
The only
but-
time I would surf when I wasn't that afraid is when the beach was so crowded. I was like,
That's what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
greater chance of somebody getting bit than me.
Yeah.
Because they're underwater and I'm above water. But yeah,
It's
I
fine.
just don't surf.
Stake out like a little kid. It's fine with me. I'm good with it.
There's no surfing.
You know, your
So, yeah.
surfboard's sitting right over here
Oh
in the
yeah,
corner.
no, it's there. She's a beaut. She's the sidewalk.
Yep.
She's definitely fun.
She's longboard.
Before I got out of there, when I was like refused to put my arms or my feet in there,
She's a 7, well, longish board. She's
I
7'9"
would
longboard.
paddle out, turn around, keep my feet and hands in, and just
8-foot ceilings.
lay down,
1 inch underneath
lay down
the
on the
ceiling.
board and write it in
Yep.
and be like, okay. And my lower ribs would always be so bruised the next day because I wouldn't put my feet in the water. Just took all the joy out of it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and then you told me about that one time the seal came up next to you. I would have died. I
And I
literally
was on
would
a
have.
short board.
I would have literally died of a heart attack if something
I've
popped
surfed
up
all
next to
over
me.
the place,
Uh,
though. It doesn't
I
bother
just-
me.
Well,
I mean, it makes you pee a little bit, but
makes your blood clench.
yeah, it absolutely makes you. Fuck, I'm getting eaten. But you know, or when you see a dolphin fin come up or something like that, you know,
Yeah.
it takes it just because your
No.
brain just takes a second to.
No, all you see is
Re-
something,
like,
and you automatically
rationalize
assume it's
something.
the med
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to get you.
Yeah, and I was at the end of the lineup each time those things happened,
Which, speaking of the Meg,
and then I just paddled my
Even
ass
though it
in
got-
between
right.
everybody else.
even though it got really bad reviews, it made like $30 million this weekend. It was number 2 in the
Fucking
box
should.
office. I was like,
Absolutely,
you go, Meg.
Beerwitz on here. What's up, dude? How you
Um,
doing? You guys gonna have a big ass party down in Miami this weekend? They're having a Reed and Chris Beerworth. They're They're going down to the Drinking Bros are going down to Miami.
Wow.
They're gonna have a hard AF party down there.
Is
so
it like
it's gonna be
a
fucking rad.
kickoff or something? Are they just getting it in
I think they're just
Florida?
going to one of the games.
Okay.
Yep. So it's
Cool.
gonna be rad.
Didn't they just do that recently too?
It's been a handful of months, but they were in Miami and they were in Tampa, so they're gonna be back down in Miami. So it'll be rad. All right. So you got life goals checklist.
All right. This is kind of funny.
It depends on your life goals, though.
Well,
is this life goals according to like a super white chick?
no, this is life goals. I'm thinking to like a very young dude.
Oh,
So ski resort
Miami
visitor
Hurricanes
lost phone exposes a bizarre, embarrassing checklist. So, this kid lost his phone and they turned it into the office, and we all have different things as our lock screen, right? Well,
Right.
this kid, when they go to unlock the phone, the lock screen comes on and
It's got his like life,
yeah,
his
it
bucket
says,
list
and it
of life
seems
goals.
one
right there.
pretty odd list was very important to someone after it was shared online by someone who had picked up the lost phone. So this is in Australia. Someone left behind their black Samsung Galaxy S20, and the phone was handed in at the booking office.
Is that the police station or something?
No, the ski resort probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the lock screen revealed a bizarre checklist. I don't think it's that bizarre. I think it's kind of funny. 8 goals for the owner. The list included some health-related targets
Okay.
and some to quits. So
Stop jerking off.
no, so it was like
every, minute.
So I'll just son of a mother. So it's like get jacked and be 87 kilograms. How much is that?
Let's find out. How big is 87 kilograms?
How many pounds?
191.8.
That's kind of big.
But if he's only like 120,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Quit all nicotine.
Boring.
Save $25,000 in the bank.
That's a good one.
Have a motorbike.
Yep, fun. He's adventurous. He's looking to get big, rich. Oh,
Hold
you
on.
know what I mean?
Get better at fighting.
Okay.
Get good marks at the university.
So the first 3 out of 4 were everything I've tried to accomplish
Hold
by
on.
47.
Next one. Have 3 girls on roster. So,
Oh, fuck. I never had that.
and then don't get a haircut for 3 months. I mean, those are some pretty good life goals. I'm figuring this kid's like 20, 21.
That's pretty good though, right?
He wants to beef up. He wants to get healthy.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure he's got a healthy bank account. He wants to make good grades. He wants to be able to kick ass, and he wants to get laid.
The grades, I'm like, Grades, okay. I saw something that, like the other day, and they were like, when was the last time? Do you remember anything from college?
Yeah.
No, like specific about a particular class you took. I only remember like the
I do.
outlier
I don't
classes
remember
that
like
I had
super
fun with.
specific, but I really did like my journalism legal marketing class.
But you only remember like one thing from that fucking
And I
class.
really liked it. And I thought, well, you can't like this idiot.
No,
You have to be a
college
lawyer.
is dumb.
I don't think college is dumb. It's experiences.
I think it's kind of dumb.
So you don't worry about your grades. You worry about the experiences.
I prefer
Hence the reason why I
experiences.
graduated 2.75. I
Same here.
graduated.
Same here. My master's.
My master's,
completely
completely different story.
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
well,
top of
somebody
my
else was
class
paying for it.
and-
The
yeah.
company was paying for it.
So they did share this on Perisher Snow
Room said
Lover
he
groups on
remembers
social
his-
media.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Users unsurprisingly ran with the list, making jokes about the phone's owner.
I think it's
which
awesome.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I
fuck
thought
it.
it was fun.
He wants to get in shape, do good.
Want some
save some
girls,
cash.
want some ladies on the
Yeah,
side.
have a couple ladies.
Yeah.
Not be committed. I think he's probably more like a, because you can start drink. I believe you can drink at 18 in Australia.
I don't know.
So I mean, that sounds like an 18 to 22-year-old.
That's what I think
right?
it's that demographics.
And he's got 37
He
roommates.
probably weighs 150 pounds.
Yeah, and he's
trying to bulk up.
a little jacked.
I
wants a
dated a guy that
motorbike.
was skinny in high school,
Right.
and then when I ran into him at the end of my freshman year, he had
Absolutely.
put on some weight and started working out, and I was like, "Dude, you look totally different. You
Hell
want
yeah.
a date? You want a date for a month? Let's do
Dead
it."
leg. Absolutely, dude. It took me like 5.5 years to get out of fucking undergrad. I went to
It took me
I
that
went
long
to
too.
I went to a local college.
I changed my degree like
Then I
like
switched.
2
then
semesters
I
before I
went
was
to
supposed to graduate.
Scottsdale Community College, and then I went to Arizona State. It took me a long time. I had a whole bunch of student debt.
I
whatever.
was very fortunate.
I paid
my
that
parents
bitch off, though,
My parents paid for
myself.
it. I'm lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, why is my thing frozen? I gotta start over.
All right, you ready?
Hold on.
What do you do?
My YouTube froze up. I'm
It's okay.
getting back in there.
All right, let's do this. There's a new I love doing the because we've been married. We're coming up on what? 17 years?
No.
16 years. 16 years. We got married in 07.
Yes.
Next week it'll be 16 years. Beth and I have been married.
Yes.
So I love fucking trying to figure out like all of the dating shit you would have if you die or I die, we're both fucked.
Yeah.
Like legit, we're screwed.
There's dating apps for people my age that you have to be over 50. I'm totally using those.
100%. I'm gonna find this thing. It's called masterdating.
Is it like speed dating, but it's a new form
No.
of speed dating?
It's even more boring. All right. It's the new master dating is the new trend. Both single people and couples are trying. Now the traditional meet cutes have been thrown out the window.
Do you know what a meet cute is?
I don't know what that means.
It's the moment you meet your significant other. They call it meet cute.
Oh.
Like, oh, it was so cute the way we met.
Oh, I never heard that.
I only know that because of my books.
Oh, Beth. New podcast coming soon. So there are some new terms that you need to know, as there are now new social rules and processes to follow if you want to get it on with whoever tickles your fancy online. There are also certain names for things. So there's several things that we're going to go through here.
Okay.
With so many dating apps, platforms, and whatever else, knowing what's trending right now is in the world of online dating is essential, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's where master dating comes to play. The recent phenomenon is taking the world by storm, and you don't even need to be dating to try it. Essentially, master dating is when an individual will embark on a traditional date, but alone. Remember how, like, you used to
date, but alone.
You used to be like, I could never go to a restaurant by myself.
I did once. I was miserable.
I loved it.
Okay, well, two different people.
You go to the movies by yourself.
Well, what's the point? I mean, that probably
Amazing.
isn't so bad because you're not really talking a lot during a movie anyways.
You go anywhere by yourself and just fucking chill out.
No.
You don't
I
have
think
anybody.
I could do it now. When I was in my 20s, I felt like a loser.
No, I loved it.
Well, hey.
I was getting laid. I'm just kidding. I wasn't getting laid all the time. I was kind of. Yeah, whatever.
You weren't, liar.
I no,
You had
because
3 girls on roster?
no, I was a serial monogamist.
I know.
So I needed to get the fuck away and go on my own. I go to
Yeah.
eat dinner by myself. I'm like, sorry, I'll be home
That's
late.
when I did it too.
Yeah. So if you thought you needed to go to
TNA
a watch,
said, we will date you, Greg.
go. What's that?
TNA said, we will date you, Greg.
Oh, that's fine. So if you thought you needed to go and watch a soppy rom-com with your partner for it to be socially acceptable, you're wrong. You can just go do it yourself. All right. So that's one thing. There's the next word is called phubbing. 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 I think that's how you probably say that.
TNA said, love you all. Just stopping in for a second in the
Cheers.
chat tonight. Thanks for
Absolutely,
dropping
man.
by.
Drinks to you, buddy.
Cheers.
Right. So phubbing is a term which mashes together the words phone and snubbing. And it's essentially when you go out phone and snubbing.
What is it, the word?
Phubbing. Phubbing.
Okay.
We go on a date. It's going well, but they just won't stop looking at their fucking phone and it constantly pinging.
It's annoying.
Right?
Yes.
It's like a dinner for us. I mean, it would be the same thing. It'd be like work's texting or something's popping up.
Yeah,
So
I give you shit.
put your shit down.
I'm like,
Yep, no,
hey,
I agree.
You're at dinner.
Instead of paying attention to you, they are absorbed by that little brick of technology. Fuck those people. Cookie jarring. Is it
Okay.
cheating?
What?
The question is right after that is it cheating?
Cookie
When
jar.
taking part in cookie jarring, an individual will create a safety net with another person while I think this is a backup plan. This is the alternative for a backup plan.
Okay, so wait.
When taking part in cookie jarring, an individual will create a safety net with another person while already in a relationship so that they will have someone else to fall back on.
Oh, it's
Should it
like
go
the girls
downhill?
that are getting ready to break up with their boyfriend. They already have somebody lined up.
Well,
I shouldn't say girls. It's somebody who's getting ready to break up with someone. And
I had
they
this one
have
girl a
somebody lined up.
long time ago, like years and years and years and years and years and years ago. I was dating this one girl. This other girl, we were good friends. And I was like, yep, you're my backup. And she's like, I agree. You're my backup. So you got to do it, right? So that's called.
No, that's different.
Nope.
That's a backup plan. This is cookie jarring. This is, I have somebody already I'm going to date.
I was kind of thinking it was the same thing, right?
No, because yours
If you were
is like
dating and need
yours
a
is like if
backup.
I'm single at 35, you're my game plan.
That was kind of like
That's
how I
you,
was
but
thinking.
cookie jarring is, you know what, Tom? I'm tired of your shit and I already have friends, so bye.
Oh, fuck. That's brutal.
Yeah. That's why they said, is it cheating?
Ah.
That's why they asked, is it cheating?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm way too nice. Next one is benching. Not felching. Benching.
Benching is the one where they, is
Nope.
that like the ghost you?
What's that?
Is that the ghosting?
All right. So benching.
I'm writing these down because I'm learning.
This it says, though you might be envisioning a gym, benching might be one of the worst ways to find out that you're not the one. This red flag is certainly something you don't want to experience when dating. Speaking to Glamour magazine, a dating expert, this person, a dating expert of old style dating, explained that benching is when you're clearly someone's plan B or C, while they are clearly shopping around for a better deal. It's fucked up.
That's like the reverse of cookie jarring. This is, I don't really like you, but I don't want to be alone on Friday night. So if nothing better comes along, I'll go out with you on Friday.
Get fucked.
Yeah. but
I'm
you
buying
don't-
a sex robot.
But you don't know that.
You
'cause
die, I'm buying that
You
sex
don't know
robot.
you're being benched.
We've already
though.
talked about this a couple episodes ago.
I know.
I'm buying a fucking sex robot.
I already changed the beneficiary.
Don't care. I'll use my own goddamn money out of it. It's fine.
So yeah,
I'll sell the cat.
That's benching. Oh, he would
Breadcrumbing
never
is the
know.
last one. The last trend that you simply need to know about is breadcrumbing, which is a slow and painful way to tell someone that you just won't commit. Essentially, it's when
Leading
you
them on.
tease your way into a relationship. Kelly Campbell, an associate professor of psychology and human development at California State University, told brides that it's where an individual sends out flirtatious, non-committal social signals to reel in a person they want.
handsome.
Fuck that bitch.
Non-committal
Committal
social signals for person they want.
He's gonna steal your pencil.
So, here's the sad thing. If you and I ever got divorced or I lost you for some reason, I'd be totally cookie jarring, benching, and breadcrumbing.
Like, bitch, I just need to get laid.
Yeah, there's not. I'm
No, just make
non-committal.
it very straightforward, right? Like, I just
Non-committal.
need to get laid.
Non-committal. I want to see you when I
Right?
see you, and I don't want to see you when I don't
I
want
mean,
to
that's
see you.
all you need to do is just, if that's what it
You
comes
can
down
have my
to,
pencil.
just like work your gear, get laid,
Work your gear.
send them on their way, right?
Smack them on the ass
Is
and say
it-
bye-bye.
Would it be better just to pay a couple $100 like for
No.
a high-end
No.
escort?
I don't need to pay to get laid.
No, but there's
No.
non-committed,
No, there's
I'm
plenty
not
of
saying
people.
you want to
There's
hoard.
plenty of people that just want to screw. They don't care if they ever see you again. It's called a one-night stand. And maybe they're so good that both of you are like, we should do this again. Hey.
What if
we
they're
should do this
married
again.
and they're just like banging
Oh, well, they're going to hell. So
and you're not, so
Yeah.
you're good. You're like, I'm free and clear. I don't want to
no,
know.
I would feel
You're
really
like,
guilty.
I don't even want to know your name,
I would
bitch.
feel really guilty if I found
then
out
they
I
get-
slept with a
And
married
then they
man.
get all connected and they're like, please call me. Jesus Christ, I love you. I've
You never
fallen
tell
in
me
love.
anymore.
You're my favorite hoe I've ever slept with. What?
We call Boom Washed Up said we call that a jump off. Which
Jump
one?
off?
The breadcrumbing, I wonder, or the bench?
I don't know.
And Woom said backup is for the afraid. Yeah, I get. I'm not really. Yeah.
The non-committal.
No, the backup is for the person that doesn't want to be by themselves, basically.
Yeah, I love, dude. I mean, aside from you,
Yeah.
like, I'm cool.
Yeah. After we got back from Colorado,
We were all like,
I was totally benching you. I was like, I need you to stay 50 yards away from me because I've been around you for 7 days straight. Because we always have our time. Like when you're at the gym, I have a few hours.
oh, you just need a little jerk off time.
No. It's just quiet time. Like not having to
Little.
have
Self-care time.
conversations. I mean, that does happen sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just not having to listen to you say, hey, can you do this?
What the fuck? It's absolutely 100% the other way around. Hey, can you grab me a roll of paper towels? I'm like, they're literally right there. You open the door to
You're
ask
outside
me.
95%
You
of the
literally
time.
open the door to ask me for a
Well,
roll of
because
paper towels.
before
and
they
they're
used
like,
to be
right
really
there.
easy to get when we had that cane that we could pull them down with, and now that cane's gone. And then you get a few hours every night when I go back to read and go to bed. So like
100%.
we always have alone time. We did not have that for a whole 6 days.
And then we had our next door neighbors with us, which was awesome.
Yeah, but there was just no alone time.
No.
Yeah, not unless, like, I think Selena and I both a couple times went into the room just for peace, like our own individual rooms for peace and quiet.
It's like, shut the fuck up, kids. Shut up, kids and adult men.
Spouses. Yeah.
And I just sit out on the back porch and be like, I'll be right here drinking coffee or drinking beers, smoking cigs, doing whatever. You ready for this next story?
Sex toy horror story?
All right. So this one's going to be fucked up.
I can't wait. Oh, that bad, huh?
And you have to understand.
Are you trying not to gag?
No. It's just one of those ones that it's like, say you were a younger person.
Okay.
And you're like, oh my God, what is this? And you know what it is. And you're like, okay, so we're going to stop right there with my explanation. Woman's story of using her mom's adult toys.
Why would you use your mom's? First of all, that is cardinal sin number 1. Ew. Ew.
Let's get into it real quick. Slow down. Gets much worse as she makes a new discovery.
That's
You'd be forgiven for thinking that in a story about a woman using her mom's sex toys, that'd be much worse. That would be the much worse part of the tale to tell. But it gets so much worse. I'll tell you right now that there's no shame in tapping out and reading something else. How about you read all about the boy who with his prosthetic leg who raised $1,000 for charity? Go on. If that doesn't float your boat, how about the proverbial boat rather? Then maybe you'd like to know the reason why best before date on crisps is always on Saturday. Basically saying, steer away from this story. Still here? Well, don't say we didn't warn you about the story of a woman finding and using her mom's sex toy. And that's not even the worst part.
That is pretty bad, though.
Okie dokie. On your
Keep
own
going.
head be it. This is very British English written.
But you can skip all that and just tell us.
I'm
what
trying
happened.
to. So recently a woman named Melissa asked the podcast, help. I sexted my boss for a spot of advice with a bit of a weird situation she'd found herself in.
She's sexted her boss?
That's the name of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Help,
Oh,
I've
okay.
sexted my boss.
Okay.
It's like, oh shit, I fucked up and sexted
Yeah.
my boss. Hoping the etiquette coach, William Hansen, and DJ Jordan North could help her figure a few things out as she explains that she'd been house sitting for her parents while they'd been on holiday. In that time, she had had a few glasses of wine, and so she's not that young. A few glasses of wine and was looking under the bed for somewhere to plug in her phone charger.
Looking
When she
under the
found
bed?
a rather eye-catching shoebox. Letting curiosity get the better of her, and not for the first time in this story with disastrous consequences, she looked inside the shoebox and found that hidden inside was her mom's massive dildo. Instead of putting it back where she found it, washing her hands and drinking enough wine to forget about the whole thing,
Yes.
she instead gave the sex toy a wash and used it for herself. While she certainly enjoyed herself in the moment, she was about to be hit with a wave of regret. She realized that etched onto the sex toy were the words,
Oh, no. Oh,
clone
no.
a Willy,
I knew you were going to say it's her dad's. It's a clone of her dad's Winky.
suggesting that the dildo was a replica of an actual person's dingling.
I think I
More
would fool myself.
specifically,
I would be like, no way, that was my
Melissa
dad's dick.
said she
No.
realized that the sex toy which hit all the right spots, was actually a replica of her dad's penis.
I would so talk myself out. I would be like, this can't be my dad. This is no way. This is my dad's.
She
No
asked
way.
the podcast, how am I meant to proceed here? What's your advice? In response, North shook Hanson's hand and told him, "It's been a great 5 years. This is it. We've peaked," before admitting he was actually speechless. As for the any advice to help Melissa with her dilemma, what on earth is anyone supposed to say to a story like that?
I mean, okay, so let me just hit, first of all, I can't imagine finding my mother came from a different generation. They didn't have sex toys. But I can't imagine finding a sex toy in my parents' room being like, oh, I should give this a whirl. Let's see how it works. Let's check out my mom's taste. Hello?
I don't know, man.
Nico said maybe it works so well because it was genetic. Oh, Lord. And Dad
It's all the
said,
spots.
the part that's weird is the
It
part
doesn't
where
say.
your brother is helping us.
Dead
is
leg
what
asked,
concerns
okay,
us.
I'll ask, was Pops packing heat? It doesn't say if it was
I mean, if
an
it
Ocho or
she said
something.
it hit all the right spots, so it must have been a decent size. Well, didn't you say massive dildo at the beginning? So Dad's packing some heat. I would have so talked myself out of believing. You know what? She deserved that for using her mom's sex toy. First of all,
No, 100%. I'm not. I'm just posing these
people
questions,
don't share sex toys unless they're lovers.
or they're in porn or something like that.
No,
right?
and I'm pretty much sure you
And then
have
you
your own
wash the
toys.
living shit out of them, right?
I
I think that's the goal.
and
Like
here's
you
the
need, they need a
thing.
scrub
I
down.
know better than to look under my mom's bed, and if I see a shoebox to go digging through that shit, that's just asking for trouble. Asking for trouble. And she didn't check out the whole dildo before she used it. She only found out it was a replica after she got off. I mean,
No, I mean, like if it's got like it written
Dad's
like
Winky.
Steve on the side of it, it's like
no, but I mean, I'm
In
sure
the
she looked, like
veins,
had it. She
like
had it.
in
She
the
looked at
veins
it.
on
She
the
turned it around. Maybe not. Maybe she just went, hell yeah. Bloop. I don't know.
well,
That's
she
just
washed
weird.
it beforehand, which means she had to handle it.
Did she wash it?
That's what it said.
Well, at least she was
She had
smart
to
enough to do
handle
that.
it up a little bit.
Seriously, all this could be avoided if she just didn't use her mom's sex
So
toys.
she got her own.
Of her dad's?
No, like of anybody else's other than her dad's, I would presume, right?
That's jacked up. Let's see.
It's a great one. All right, you ready for the next story? Meat popsicle. Are you going to go back to the
Right, Amy
notes?
said, cheers, folks. I'm too drunk for this. Late night chatting.
It's okay though. It's all right. Meat popsicle. Let's find her. So this lady.
Dead Leg said, over Thanksgiving dinner, Pat said on the bat, I know, and you need a CCW for that, Father. Oh, could you imagine? He'd be like, what?
It's what's that dude's name from John, what's his name? It's like notorious
Ham?
for John Hamm,
Yeah.
notorious for having just like a meat hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's move from meat hammers
To
meat
pies
popsicles.
Or popsicles? All right.
Woman who was frozen like a piece of meat survived and became a rare medical mystery.
Interesting.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool. A woman miraculously survived being frozen stiff for 6 hours after her car got stuck in a ditch one night.
Jeez.
And she walked through negative 30 degrees Celsius conditions to try and find help.
Wow. What's
It's back in-
Celsius? What's Celsius in Fahrenheit?
It's cold. What is negative 30 Celsius? I love having these little things. I found this on the web. It's cold as fuck.
Hey, Siri, what is negative 30 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
I should say.
Negative 22.
Yeah, it's cold. So in December 1980, this is just a cool story that came out. In December 1980, the then 19-year-old Minnesotan woman, Jean Hilliard, ended up stranded and forced to walk through the night in search of help, managing to make it about 3 kilometers in freezing conditions before she slipped and fell. Jean lost consciousness in the fall, and for the next 6 hours, she was frozen by the below zero temperatures. She was discovered the next morning by a friend who found her lying on the ground.
How'd her
and
friend find her? She was that close to home?
pretty close. So this is what
That sucks.
the meat popsicle looks like afterwards. They thought she was dead. The 19-year-old woman was frozen as stiff as a board, but her friend could see bubbles coming out of her nose. So she was still barely breathing, right? Jean was rushed to the hospital where she did not respond to anything. She was with the doctor treating her, even saying she looked like a frozen piece of meat. Eesh.
Yikes.
Yeah. She was so frozen that doctors couldn't administer an IV as her needles kept breaking on her skin.
Yikes.
Her body temperature was about 27 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees below normal body temperature. So that'd be about 86. How does it not go through? I guess you're starting to get
Freeze.
like rigor mortis
Yeah.
almost at that point,
You're
right?
starting to freeze up.
Yeah. So she was hyperthermic and life-threatening in a life-threatening condition without medical attention. She was able to survive 6 hours. That she was able to survive 6 hours was incredible. She was turned, what turned this into a medical miracle is that she was able to make a full recovery. She
Wow.
was just like a normal lady.
She
at
was
this point.
like Encino Man.
Basically. So she had no fucking long-lasting injuries.
She didn't get frostbitten. Nothing. That's
No frostbite. She didn't lose any fingers. I think it was a gradual freezing, is what they said.
so it was
It's
slow.
like-
so it didn't. She didn't flash freeze. And
Yeah,
get
it's not like being on
burned.
Mount Everest where
Yeah.
your fingertips just
That's
freeze
insane.
off. So modern hospitals have equipment that can restore warmth to a person's vital organs and give them a better chance of survival. So pretty rad. Again, pretty
Yeah, that's
insane,
amazing.
I would say.
So I know we are coming up. We're at that mark. I
Mhm.
was just like, shit, I didn't get a feel good. So my feel good is to be back tonight on the Bars Open with our friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to see my feel good?
Yeah. you're gonna
Love
put
being
me-
back on the show. You take some time off. It had been such a long time that we hadn't taken any time off,
Yeah.
quite honestly. And getting back into it, I don't want to say I was burned out, but you get
No, but
like,
it's just with everything else going on, it was nice just unplug and have
Unplug
no
completely.
responsibilities.
absolutely. Because we normally do, I posted a bunch of shit and you can go out and see all the videos and all the goofy shit that I posted and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun to just disconnect completely.
We got some Christmas card
I
photos.
didn't
for the
even
first
bring
time in
my,
a long time.
I know, I didn't even bring my work computer.
I didn't bring any
Like
computers
my
besides
real
my
work
iPad.
computer, right? So, all right, here is Greg's feel good. This little puppy, two-legged dog, gifted custom Mercedes-Benz wheelchair.
Holy shit.
I don't have the video, but I've got the picture.
Aw.
A dog missing his hind legs was gifted a Mercedes-Benz wheelchair. Social media is loving the
How cute
heartwarming
is
moment.
he?
You know what? Let me see if I can hook it up real quick. Let me
Hook what up?
see. Let me see the cable. I'll see if I can find it quick. And we
What
will.
video?
Yeah, I'll play it if I can.
He's adorable.
Adorbs.
Probably like, I'm mobile.
Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to. I follow so many dog videos nowadays
Yeah, thanks. dude.
that I'm literally like, I love these things. I can't find it.
Dad like said, I want a Mercedes wheelchair.
Right? Absolutely. But you also have to be like walking around on your front.
Frightening me.
your-
Said
on
Ross
your
would have a field
hands.
day.
On your- so again, the 2-year-old pup named Bunny was found in April by a dog rescue. I don't have the video. By a dog rescue, injuries so severe that he had to have she had to have surgery to remove both her back legs. So
Bunny.
again, her owner sadly abandoned her. Costs a lot of money when you have a dog that's severely injured, just like anybody else, right? Or any other animals. So this is mine. My
Hold
feel
on, I'm
good.
trying to see if I can find video.
I can't find it. It's not on here. For some reason. Cute as shit. I love seeing when dogs get like a little something something.
Let's see. Hold on. I think I found it. Hold on.
You did?
Yeah. 28 seconds. Can I have that back?
Yep. Let me reconnect. Oop, over here. Dad leg. This is the thing when you have to do your own production over here. He produces the other podcasts for Eric and stuff.
All right. Let's see.
Cheers.
We'll try this one.
All right.
Hey, don't fuck with my glasses, cat. All right. You on?
We'll be right now. Let's go. Oh, I gotta get rid of this picture.
Oh,
Hang on.
So he had learned. She
there
had
we go.
learned to. Do I need to start over?
No, you're good. You're good.
She had learned. Did you see her walking, hobbling?
Yeah,
She's the. Look at her.
that's awesome.
Hold on. I want to watch it again. Oh, it's even off roading.
It's awesome. Hell yeah.
So she can get around pretty good. Look, see, she can get around pretty good. She's learned to compensate.
Yeah, she drags her ass around the ground.
Yeah, but now she
This keeps it so they don't get worn out and everything. Their legs and bottoms and everything. That's
it's so cute.
Hell yeah. So that's my feel good.
And now he's chasing his mom. That's super cute.
I don't remember if I said this about the entertainment or not. The Justified City Primeval. I've already talked about that.
Yeah.
But I watched 3 more episodes last night. It's really good. Go check it out. It's on FX. We have what the fuck do we have? I watched it on YouTube TV.
But
it's also on the FX
video
app.
app is free.
Yeah.
So,
So if you got that, it's good.
So I was trying to remember. We watched a movie a couple weeks ago, and I know we liked it, but apparently not enough for me to remember what the movie was. So I was like, I need to go back to Netflix. Netflix and see what we watched. We watched something.
We just watched last night, The Ghost Adventures.
Oh, that one. But we also watched The Visit when we were on frickin' vacation. Well, I watched. You fell asleep, as always, when you watch a movie. M. Night Shyamalan was pretty good.
The Visit.
Yeah, you gotta watch
like
it.
The grandmother and the grandfather or something like that.
Totally has a twist that you do not see coming.
I didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah, no shit, sure.
I fell asleep.
I was laughing because you were so still. I looked over at Celine and Travis. I go, we're 10 minutes in. Greg is asleep. Welcome to my life. Every time we turn on a damn movie, every time.
I was in a recliner. We were able to rent out these little.
You can't blame it on the recliner.
We could rent out
do it on
these
our
little
couch too.
theaters.
Theater.
Where
it's
we're
got
staying.
movie theater seat, like reclining
and it was, like,
seats.
super comfy and.
But I was laughing
beer
because
in
I
my
was like,
hand.
he's not moved once.
I was
10
curled
minutes in.
over and I didn't give a shit.
And they were cracking up. They're like, he's really asleep. I go, oh, and he'll wake up 5 minutes before it's over.
And I did.
Sure enough, 5 minutes before over, you're like, oh, it's great. I was like, you don't even know what happened.
It's all good.
So
It's all good. So go check those out. Today in history, it's been a while since I've done one of those. 1945, U.S. drops the second atomic bomb named the Fat Man on Nagasaki, Japan, destroying part of the city. So,
yeah,
the more you know, right? All right, that's it for tonight. We'll be back on Friday.
yes,
Beth's going to do a whiskey review from the Breckenridge distillery that we got
Purchased
that
while we were
day.
there.
It was just released that day, so
can't wait.
it's got to be one of the first reviews of that they're going to even have. So
Yeah,
it'd be awesome. Thank you all so much for checking us out. Go out,
missed
like,
you guys.
subscribe.
Happy
Absolutely.
we're back interacting with you.
Absolutely.
So.
On a Wednesday. You know
Wednesday,
what? It's always
Wednesday,
great to
Wednesday.
just do something else. You know, aside from fucking work. Enjoy time.
Aside from work, yes.
We'll catch you on Friday.
Bye,
Cheers.
guys. Love you.
7 o'clock
Have a
on
great rest of the
Fridays
week.
now. So,
Yeah, 7
see ya
o'clock.
then.
Bye.
Bye.